Ready now for the finals of the men's triple jump.
Jacinto Navarrete from Washington State was in this race last year, took the lead at one point, really pushed the pace. We'll see if he plays a part that he's back there in fourth in the maroon. Washington State University. 2:06 for the half mile, still the pace, fairly quick. That's 8:24 2-mile pace. This is 3,000 meters, just 188 yards short of 2 miles. Defending champion Joe Falcon has just won the mile earlier, and he is back in last place in this field of 8 right now, but he's in contact with the field. Less than half the race gone by, so I wouldn't worry about him at this point, Bob. You're worried about his tight calf, I know. And I think everybody, well, just us, because the people here don't know what he said in the interview.
It looks as though maybe he's gotten some of that stride back, and you're right, Marty, he is maintaining contact. We'll have to see if he starts to move up as we approach a mile. I don't know that Joe Falcon is going to want to wait much longer than that. Larry Rawson is standing by at trackside.
Bob, I had a chance to chat with Joe Falcon just before he started the race. I asked him about his leg. He said it was no problem, that they had massaged it, worked it out, and he felt fine. Farmer here has had a great indoor season after a great cross-country season. Obviously, he wants to take out the pace, as Marty was talking about.
3:11 for the three-quarter point. That's 4:21 mile pace. Not real fast, but it's going to keep them from getting too comfortable. He hasn't dropped anybody in this field yet, as the positions haven't really changed since the gun went off.
Very strategic race right now, very tactical race, I should say. Farmer up front, second place, Khalifa from Clemson. Third remains Junkerman from UCLA. Fourth is Navarrete, the Colombian for Washington State. In fifth place is Brad Barquist from Michigan. John Shearer from Michigan is now given up sixth place to Peter Loomis from Brown. To drop Shearer back in seventh place, and Joe Falcon now starting to move up. Here he comes.
As they approach the 1 mile point, he's got to get in better position, because if anyone, perhaps Junkerman for UCLA, were to make a move, it would be hard to cover it from seventh place where he is right now. 4:17 past the first mile, but having done this double, I know that Joe Falcon mentally is fighting a tough battle. It is tough to get up for another race so soon after that 4-minute mile, especially when they haven't allowed the pace to become slow and tactical, and they've been making it hurt somewhat right from the gun.
Now Barquist from
There goes Junkerman making the move.
I was about to say, Barquist from Michigan had passed Junkerman for second position, but the UCLA runner has answered with a vengeance, and he moves into the lead ahead of James Farmer.
They're making it tough on Falcon, as Junkerman has really picked up the pace. That was 4:17 past the mile, and this next quarter is probably going to be down somewhere around 64-second pace, as he is now dropping the field, but Falcon has got enough to respond.
Quickly, Falcon up into fourth position behind the Israeli runner Khalifa from Clemson. Falcon will probably take over third place on this straightaway, 5:21 at 2,000 meters.
Well, he's put himself in a little bit of a disadvantage, because now he's not drafting off of anyone. The greatest thing would be is if Navarrete would go by him, and the two of them would work to reel back in Junkerman and Farmer. Junkerman and Farmer kind of with a pact, I would think, to try and pull away from Falcon's kick, and that gap is making it tough for Joe Falcon to draft. There's about a 7% advantage in running right behind someone.
5 laps remain. There will be 4 to go this time around as Junkerman and Farmer do business up front. Behind them, Falcon noticeably closing in and carrying with him Jacinto Navarrete from Washington State University.
64 seconds for that last 400 meters, and Farmer's moved into the lead. Right now, Joe Falcon in third has enough acceleration that if he can hold on and just stay this close, I think he can make it up in that last lap and a half.
Joe Falcon, who has tried doubles before outdoors. He tried to do a 5 and 10,000 meter double in the NCAA championships and wasn't able to complete it, but he may have the strength now.
Okay, 3 laps to go. What Falcon would like to do is have an easy lap here to sit in, gather himself, concentrate on not using the arms, keeping the stride short, and it's up to Farmer or Junkerman to take off now before he can get recovered from the move he had to make up that 30-yard gap in the last 4 or 5 laps. Anyone's race right now.
There will be 2 laps to go when they cross the start-finish stripe. There goes Junkerman, pulling in front of Farmer. Here comes Falcon, and the crowd comes to its feet in the Myriad. This is their man, Joe Falcon for Arkansas.
He's wonderfully relaxed and within himself. You see Junkerman using his arms, and Falcon, with 1 lap to go, hasn't started to use the arms. He looks around psychologically. Don't do that, Joe. Don't do that. This is our greatest American distance runner right now. I hate to see him do that. This is out of character for him.
As he passed the crowd, you saw Joe Falcon raise his fist, asking them for their help. And at the finish, Joe Falcon, unofficially 7:55.8, has won the mile and the 3,000 meters at these NCAA championships. And a very spent Joe Falcon he is. Second place, Jim Farmer from North Carolina. And in third place, unofficially, Mark Junkerman from UCLA. Larry Rawson is working his way to the side of Joe Falcon. And let's go to him now.
Joe, a little bit of showmanship in that last lap. You were sure of it?
Well, I was more excited about. Coach McDonald came up to me before the race and said that if I got third place, our team could do no worse than tie. If I got second, it would be iffy if we won. If I won, there was no way we could lose the team title. So that's the 5th year in a row, and it's a new NCAA record. So I thank the Lord for giving me the talent and for allowing me to be in the position I was at the time.
Okay, you felt comfortable at the back of the pack for the first mile.
Yeah, Coach McDonald had explained to me that he thought they would take it out fast and that I shouldn't worry about the pace and just move up as the race went on. So that's basically all I tried to do.
Okay, you went past the mile, you were comfortable.
Yeah, I was feeling good. I don't know what we went through the mile in, but I really felt relaxed. And then they started slowing down, so that's when I caught them.
Congratulations, double victory.
Thank you very much.
Well, here it is. Here's the big move. Joe Falcon, who says he doesn't have a lot of speed, but he certainly did here and in the mile. And this move will not endear him to the other American distance runners, as Jim Farmer and Mark Junkerman have to be looking at his back and saying, we will meet again. But it is an emotional moment for Arkansas. 5 indoor titles in a row.
And there is the man, Joe Falcon, as his teammates come down to the edge of the track, and folks are standing here in the Myriad. Unofficially, Falcon is your winner. Second position, Jim Farmer of North Carolina. Third place, Mark Junkerman. And it remains to be seen whether or not Joe Falcon has, in fact, won it for Arkansas. And now Joe Falcon leads the cheers at trackside. Suey Pig, the University of Arkansas. That could be a dream come true for Joe Falcon. We'll know when we return to Oklahoma City and more action from the NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships. We'll be back in just a moment.